Hi guys! I asked you on Instagram a couple of weeks ago to ask me some questions for a Q&A video because the last couple that I've done you guys really seem to like getting to know me better and I haven't done one in quite a while, so I thought it was about time that I picked back up the camera and filmed another one. Now I'm not going to answer any questions similar to things that I've answered in previous videos, so if you want to see previous question and answers I will leave a link down below to the playlist with all of them in, because I have answered like similar questions in the past and I kind of wanted to just avoid all the typical like how did you start blogging, how do you deal with the stress of YouTube with uni, that kind of thing, because I get asked them a lot and I address it in quite a few videos, so I thought that I would just completely scrap those and just answer the weird and wonderful questions that you guys wanted to know about. Okay, so the very first question is from Sabrina.m on Instagram, and she said, what are your favourite songs at the moment? My favourite two songs at the moment are Perfect by One Direction, of course, and Sorry by Justin Bieber and Hello by Adele. Now they're all really typical obvious songs, but they're the kind of songs that I've been listening to at the moment when I'm driving in my car and singing at the top of my lungs. They are pretty much the only ones I ever play, so they are top of my list and there is no shame in those choices. They are my favourites. Han Rose Williams asked, what are your goals for 2016? My goals for 2016 are to graduate from uni with a first or a 2-1 or a high 2-2, something like that. Basically I just want to graduate with really good grades. My other goal is to get a job within design, which I know is going to be really hard, but hopefully if I keep my fingers crossed and I work really hard this year at uni, then that's going to be an achievement. Another goal is to get my own house, which obviously I have to do after the summer because I'm not going to be living at uni anymore and I don't want to move back in with my parents, so I need to get a place. And I also want to start going back to the gym at least 4 or 5 times a week, because I was going all the time and then when the whole stress of like my deadline and stuff got too much, I kind of stopped going and I really regret that, so I'm going to try and get back into going to the gym because that's a really big goal of mine, and I kind of want to just work on my fitness because I might be like small but I'm actually really unfit, like really unfit. The next question, at Oshi X, sorry if I say your name wrong, asked what's my favourite drink at the moment. My favourite drink at the moment is mulled wine because it's coming up to Christmas and that's pretty much the most festive drink that you could get, but I also really like coffee, and I know neither of those are like healthy choices, I should probably say water, but coffee and mulled wine are the two things that I'm reaching for the most at the minute. At Seos asked, what is your favourite Christmas treat? My favourite Christmas treat is probably either a toffee nut latte from Starbucks or a gingerbread or like Yule log or just advent calendar chocolate. I have a really big sweet tooth, so for me anything sweet and festive and like Christmassy I absolutely love. Okay, at Laura Theobald X asked, what advent calendar do you have? I have a Cadbury's Dairy Milk advent calendar, which my mum bought for me and I didn't actually think she'd buy it because I feel like I've got to that age now where my parents are kind of like, Jess, you're really too old for this. I just don't want to let go of things like an advent calendar. At FW Blog said, one clothing item you can't live without and why? I could not live without, probably my Primark chenille jumper at the moment, my fluffy roll neck one. I will put a picture here because that is what I've been reaching for the most in my wardrobe, and it's really soft and comfy and white just goes with everything, so I feel like you can't really go wrong with just having a white jumper, and it only costs £14, which is an absolute bargain. At Aoife_Wood said, if you could be an animal for a day, which one would you be and why? I would quite like to be an elephant because it looks quite fun, but not an elephant like in captivity or anything. I'd love to be an elephant in the wild because I just think it'd be so fun to like stroll around all day with your elephant pals and like roll in some mud and flick some water around and stuff like that. But if we're being really realistic, then probably a dog. I just think dogs have such a fun life. They literally just like sleep and eat and sleep and eat and run around and like chase their tail, and they just kind of have a fun life. They don't really have anything to worry about, do they? At Monta.link said, if you lost your makeup bag, what's the first thing that you would repurchase? I would 100% without a doubt repurchase my Barry M brow kit before anything, because I could not deal without doing my eyebrows. Like, I can last without foundation and like lipstick and anything else, but I literally could not deal with losing my eyebrows. That sounds really dramatic, but like if I'm going anywhere, my eyebrows are the first thing that I would think to put on. So like I might put a bit of foundation, but I always have my eyebrows if I'm going to like the shop or something, which is really sad, but that's the truth. The next question is from _Samia Ahmed, and she said, Pretty Little Liars, The Vampire Diaries, Gossip Girl or True Blood? I've never watched True Blood, so I can't really comment on that one. Gossip Girl I absolutely love. That's my all-time favourite series ever. Like that's the one series I could completely rewatch apart from Friends. The Vampire Diaries I've got a bit bored of. Like I find that the more the series go on, they get really repetitive, and I just think like every season's kind of predictable now, so I haven't really watched it since the end of season 5. And Pretty Little Liars, oh, just can't wait for it to come back really. I think when it comes back it's just going to be so good, and it's got the potential of either being really good or really bad, but I think because the expectation is so high, we all need to sort of like lower it a little bit just to give them a break, because they literally have got such high expectations for what it's going to be like. Holly White said, who are your favourite bloggers and YouTubers? My favourite YouTubers at the moment, big YouTuber wise, I'm really liking Lydia Millen's Vlogmas, really liking that. Carly Rowena, I absolutely adore her, she's an amazing person. I've been watching Zoe's Vlogmas and Sprinkle of Glitter Louise, hers are really good too. And I'm absolutely obsessed with watching the Michelaks at the moment. Like every day of their Vlogmas I love, they're just so funny, they both have the best sense of humour in them, so they're my favourite bigger YouTubers. Smaller YouTubers, I'm loving Brogan's vlogs, I absolutely adore Brogan, and obviously Tash, love her as well equally as much. I'm also really liking Holly Samantha, Hey Amy Jane, Rosie Pierce, it's Sabrina. I'm trying to think of other YouTube friends I have. I have so many friends on YouTube that it's crazy. I will leave links to people down below that I can't think of off the top of my head. Next question from Simply Abby said, if you could live anywhere with unlimited money, where would you live? I would live at the top of the tallest building in Dubai, and I would have private yachts and private jets and private transportation devices fly me all over the world, so I could go shopping in New York in the morning and then fly home and just have all this lovely stuff, and then just like pop to London and pop to see my dad in Scotland and pop here and pop there in my private jets, and just have this really luxurious penthouse apartment with my boyfriend and my like animals that are soon to be purchased because I haven't got any yet, and just have a very lovely little life. But obviously I would still be blogging because that's just what I love doing, but the pictures would just be a lot better, and I wouldn't be moaning so much because I probably wouldn't still be at uni anymore. And I've just fantasised a whole life that I'm really sad I don't lead. Okay, the second to last question is from Neve Fisher. I think that's, I can't read my writing, I think that's it. And she said, who are your style icons? My style icons, I mean, I don't really have style icons. I don't really like to think of basing my style on other people. I really like the way that Gigi Hadid dresses. I really like the way that Perry from Little Mix dresses. I really like Alexa Chung. Like, I have a few sort of like people that I look at and think their style is amazing, but I don't necessarily think I have any style icons. Final question is from Abs Stars X Biatch. Scheduling, like I literally don't stop. Like if you watch my vlogs, that is a smidgen of how much I spend, like time I spend doing my blog and stuff. So I would say I don't really get a lazy day, but I absolutely love what I do. If I didn't love doing YouTube and blogging, then I wouldn't still be doing it. I kind of think with like the way I am at uni, so for example, like at uni I don't stop, like I don't get spare time. I literally have no time to blog or YouTube. I fit filming these videos in the little like 20-minute gaps of my day that I get, or I schedule a day off every couple of weeks to just film. Like I don't necessarily like, I just think with the amount that I do, if I didn't love doing my blog and my YouTube, I just wouldn't find the time to do it. That is the end of my question and answers video. I really hope you liked getting to know strange and quirky little things about me and answering questions that I never thought I'd really ever have to answer. Like what animal I'd be for the day. But I really hope you did like it. If you have any questions for my next question and answers video, which I'm not sure when it will be up, but I'm sure soon, leave a comment down below and let me know what the question is. But don't forget to give this a thumbs up. I really hope you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!